Some cannabis companies are struggling in a COVID-stricken economic climate, while others are adapting. And as the push for legalization continues, one group wants to remind you it's still an election year. It's Thursday, March 26th, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California, it's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
COVID-19 stirs up fears for layoffs at some popular cannabis startups. More and more businesses are seeing hard times during the coronavirus pandemic, and some of the industry is seeing big profits being reported. However, others are just trying to stay afloat. The Flowr Corporation said earlier this week it's placed its efforts on minimizing annual headcount expenses by restructuring around 25% of its workforce globally. The same day, Leafly confirmed it had to let go of 91 employees. CEO of Leafly, Tim Leslie, said in a statement to GeekWire, "We're heartbroken to have let so many talented people go in such an uncertain time. Although Leafly continues to grow and rapidly deploy pickup and delivery services for retailers and brands across North America, COVID-19 has rocked global financial markets and put further capital investments we were expecting on pause," he said.
Agile cannabis retailers are using new measures to limit contact with customers during the pandemic. Some cannabis businesses are closing their doors, by choice or by order, and they're relying more on drive-through windows or curbside delivery as a way to better serve customers and avoid spreading coronavirus. It's yet another example of how retailers are adapting to cope with the pandemic and keep their sales on track. Edgewater, Maryland-based Manna Supply Co., which closed its doors Sunday, spent about $100,000 converting a former bank drive-through into a secure drive-through for its dispensary, said Christopher Jensen, the medical cannabis company's co-founder and CEO. Industry professionals agree that being able to change things up quickly is a key part of being successful. In other places like Oregon, Michigan, and Denver, times have been anything but normal, but stores have managed to keep serving customers thanks to the implementation of curbside delivery. Allison Jane, head of Denver-based Fortis Law Partners cannabis practice, commented, "I think life is just really crazy right now, and everyone's just trying to get to what could be a new normal for a little bit. It's clearly not permanent. This will pass, just like we've dealt with pandemics in the past. But I think when you're trying to adapt to your new normal as a business, you need to be really cognizant of deadlines, state and local, because all of that is still in effect here," she said.
Roman Catholic bishops oppose cannabis legalization and offer input. According to the Post-Star, New York's Roman Catholic bishops are stepping up their efforts to derail a cannabis legalization measure, warning such a move could add public health risks amid the COVID-19 epidemic. A bill memo opposing legalization of recreational cannabis was issued Monday by the New York State Catholic Conference, the advocacy arm of the bishops. The memo warns New York is the nation's epicenter for the virus outbreak, and allowing legalized cannabis would increase the risk of bad outcomes for those who become sick. This virus causes severe respiratory illness in many of those who are infected, the bishop said. It would be the height of irresponsibility for the state to legalize a substance designated to be inhaled deeply into the lungs of a user at this time in particular. Governor Andrew Cuomo supports legalization. He said last month he will visit states that allow dispensaries to research how the market is regulated. Those plans are now on hold due to the health crisis caused by the virus, but the governor offered no indication Monday that he's stepping back from the legalization measure stitched into his proposed state budget package. "There are many policy issues that I laid out back in January, and we're going to pursue all of them," he said.
A cannabis reform group wants to help hold lawmakers accountable on legalization. Marijuana Moment reports the national cannabis advocacy group NORML is launching a revamped online tool to help voters figure out where their representatives stand on cannabis policy, and they're inviting people to help contribute to the comprehensive database. In an email to supporters on Tuesday, the organization said that while it recognizes the challenges presented by the coronavirus outbreak, voters must not lose track of the November elections. That's because consequential cannabis reform issues are set to appear on ballots across the country, and it remains important to hold lawmakers accountable for their positions on cannabis policy. To that end, NORML's Smoke the Vote tool, a guide showing how federal and state officials have voted on reform issues and documenting their comments on the issue, is designed to help voters help make informed decisions when they arrive at their polling places. With the 2020 election only just over 7 months away, NORML is gearing up to have the most expansive database ever assembled on the cannabis policy positions for those running for legislative office, NORML Political Director Justin Strickle told Marijuana Moment. The successes of the legalization experiments, now operational in states from Massachusetts to California, result in a stark contrast for voters in prohibition states. Which side are their lawmakers on?
And that was today's Morning Buzz. Come see what industry professionals are saying and join the conversation with the cannabis community at TRICHOMES.com.
And be sure to keep up with us on all social media platforms, subscribe to our podcast, and the TRICHOMES YouTube channel for daily content. My name is Allison Ben-Yehuda.
And my name is David Fortin. Take care.